Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This one is very special because it is my episode 10 on the Holmgard server here. Now, the reason why I'm kind of extremely excited for this video is because I get to start working on my base. Now, my base, like I've kind of teased about for the past few episodes now, is going to be under the water. Now, to do that, I kind of mocked up a design which I think is really cool, and we need a bunch of iron blocks, so I bought 2 shulker boxes of it. We need a bunch of white concrete for the walls. Then I'm going to use this warped block because it's kind of greenish. I kind of like this because it looks like it's got like seaweed and kind of the green sea life on it, but it's also like turquoise. Now, the reason why I wanted something turquoise is because it kind of reminds you of like the ocean or the water. So I think this will hopefully be good, and then I got more of it. And then I also need a bunch of glass because I'm going to be building kind of a big dome, and here's some smooth quartz that's going to be for the floor. So the idea for this is going to be basically a giant circle in the water, and then there's going to be a little bit of walls, and then the whole dome is going to be glass you can kind of see out. So that's the goal for it, and hopefully it turns out that way because I can't wait to start building. Now, we have a location which we picked out at the end of the last video, and I have that marked out by a boat. So off in this direction, eventually we should see just a lonely boat sitting in the middle of the water, and that kind of marks the location of where I want my base, or at least the start of it. So here is that lonely boat, as you can see. It's right here. Now, the reason why I picked this is because it's quite deep down here in the water, and that's good because my first base here is going to be quite big, so I need to have quite a lot of room for the dome to fit in. But then there's also a nearby city under the water somewhere, so eventually we will be building over to it. Oh yeah, I think it's right there. So eventually we're going to be building over to that, and then there's also the underground ravine there, so we'll be kind of building to that too under the water. So I'm just can't wait to get started here, so let's just jump into a time lapse of me getting the first start on my base built. The dome here now, as you saw in the time lapse, when I first built it, I actually built this too high, and I would have only been 1 block below the water surface there, so I had to fix that. So basically I just dug the wall down, so right down here is kind of the wall, so basically this here will be like my floor level of the dome. But basically the dome's finished now, which I'm happy for. So as of right now, I'm just going to leave this open as like a little access hole. And as you can see, we're not too far below the surface, but we're down far enough, I'd say. So at least that's done. So now the next step in my project here is we need to remove all of this water. And eventually I did put in a conduit, as you guys kind of saw in the time lapse there. So we just gotta gather up all of that sand that you guys may remember me mining out the one episode, all 25 shulker boxes. Some of it went to the glass here, but then the rest is going to be used as the filler. So sorry, but this is going to be another time lapse of me removing all of the water here and then mining all of this out, just so we kind of get the feel of how big this is going to be. So I'll see you once that's finished. everybody, so after that time lapse that you've just seen with the help from Tommy and Dutfer, I was able to complete this fairly quick actually. Now, we've done all the flooring, as you saw, we removed all the sand, so now this is completely open, no more water, and then Tommy added this nice bubble vader here for me, so we can easily get in and out. Now we have pressure plates here to one, prevent the water, but also it opens up these trap doors so you can kind of walk through and then get out. And then these are just so when you're coming down, if you just hold W, you can basically get through without touching the bottom there. Now, what you didn't see in the time lapse was these tunnels being made because I added this detail afterwards, but this will be like the little pathways that link to my other kind of water bubbles, so we'll have like 4 going off in different directions and kind of get more bubbles built eventually. But for now, we actually had quite a bit of leftover material. I thought this would take a bit more than what I was expecting, like glass I ran out of basically, but like it got plenty of iron blocks, concrete still, so that's quite good. Now, the next part of my video here that I want to do is actually not on my base. It's kind of an idea that I've been working on with Tommy for a while. We have this idea to build a redstone shop in the shopping district. Now, for right now, we've been trying to gather all the material for it, and we've been doing well so far. We've been gathering a lot of redstone components, but of course we need a bunch of redstone ore and dust to make some of it. So as of now, we've just been beacon mining down here in the overworld, which will take through the nether here. But what I kind of want is a faster way to do it, because yeah, beacon mining is quick on its own, but overall it's not like the fastest it could be. So Dutfer is actually going to help me build one of these TNT borders, you could say, and basically it should just help blast out the walls and make finding the redstone stuff easier. So this here has basically just been my beacon mine this whole season. So I started all the way back here. It's also like a slime farm too. But I start all the way down here at the diorite stairs there. That's just like items left over, like dirt and granite. But basically we just keep pushing the beacon down 100 blocks and then keep mining out, and then eventually just get this huge room. And then I'll probably end up doing the sides at some point, but for now I was just finishing up this beacon here, which it looks like I have. So you get quite a bit of ores and like just stone and stuff for other future projects. But yeah, hopefully this TNT piston blow up thingy will go on this wall here, and then we'll just keep pushing this that way, and then I will probably start beacon mining again down the road, probably push out some of these side walls too. But for now, let's get into a call with Dutfer and take a look at how this TNT thing works. So explain to me what you are doing here.
So, first off, the TNT gets duped over here. I haven't quite built the rest of the module yet, but first off, it gets duped over here. This thing launches it forward. It lands about here-ish in the middle of these blocks. This thing gets pushed forward, launched up. This thingy here pushes forward, launching the TNT forward, aligning against the slab up there at the top. It goes over to like here-ish, goes boomy boomy, and blows up the stuff on this wall, exposing more stuff, where you can then fly across and mine all ores. And this is only one module. You will have like this, but copied and pasted all the way down this wall.
Alrighty everybody, so after that time lapse I've actually done a bit more mining with the machine. Now the machine has actually blown up twice now since that time lapse when I've been testing it. And so basically I had to rebuild the machine a few times, so I kinda am knowing a little bit more on how this functions, but still kinda struggle at times. But overall, this machine has worked, and I will kind of show you guys it in action, which you did see a little bit of at the end of the time lapse there. But since that, we built the machine at that wall there, and it's moved pretty much to here in the time, and it's kind of made up all these explosions. Now, the thing you gotta be very careful about with this is creepers. Now, creepers have spawned a lot in the back area here, and all these red spaces, as you can see with the X's, are spawnable spaces that mobs can spawn on, so I'm just kind of adding torches to it. But you just gotta watch out for creepers mainly, and then of course in the front here as well, because of the machine blowing up, you can't put torches in the front here, otherwise they'll just blow up all the torches, so you just gotta watch out in the front here for sneaky creepers. So basically how this works is you just push the note block here and it fires all this TNT here, which is duped in the machine. And Dudford did a better explanation of all this but in the time lapse there, but basically yeah, you push that, it launches it forward, sends it forward, you then kind of look for the ores you want. Now I've just been basically mining anything but coal because I have plenty of coal that I don't need. So basically I just kind of stick to this left wall because creepers like that, I don't want them to be anywhere near this machine. So basically yeah, I just kind of run around here. Gotta check all the little grooves for any diamond ore that might be poking out, or iron, coal, gold, lapis, etc. So yeah, just kind of, you run back and forth, killing the mobs that spawn, and also kind of looking for ores, and then when there isn't any, there's the same thing on this side, where you push the note block, everything gets launched forward. I kind of ditch some of the blocks I don't want, blows up, and then you rinse and repeat, and then you go all the way back, checking for ores, etc. So, really cool, and look at that, we made some redstone out of this, or got some redstone. Now, before I end the episode here, I'd like to kind of work on a project since it's getting into the spirit of Christmas here. Our server is going to do kind of like a Secret Santa. Basically the idea for this Christmas is we are going to have it where everyone puts their name into this dispenser, and the dispenser will then randomly give you a name of a person to then give them a gift on Christmas Eve, which is going to be a shulker box of just random items you would feel is kind of worth a gift. And then that's how we're just going to do it and see what all we get. So I'm just going to fly around here and kind of find a location to build our little Christmas special event. I'm kind of looking, maybe we'll do it on this little island out here just because I don't think anyone's going to end up building a shop here, and it'll kind of be cool just to add something here. So we are going to be building pretty much a sleigh. So we're going to add down the rails of it, which is what the body of the sleigh is then going to rest on. So we'll have the rails start in the back here. They'll go all the way up to the front, which will make this poking out just a little bit, and then we'll have it go up. We'll have the other one can run just like right here, like so, and then of course up as always like this. Alright, so now that we got this, we'll add our little pokey bits, which is what the sleigh will then rest on. And I actually have run out of gray wool, so now we will then add our red body of the sleigh to then rest at the front here. I'll break that away because the front's the sleigh part. And then we'll just kind of round this to a point like so. Alright, so then we'll have this kind of go back here like so. Move that block there. And then in the back here, I'll just have it end. Not abruptly, I'll probably round the back off a little bit, but we'll just have it end like this for now, and then I'll add the detail later. So let's fill in this, just to give us a platform to work off of, basically. And I've actually run out of red wool as well, so let me go quickly get some more blocks, and then I'll come back once I do. Alrighty, so I'm back here with more red wool, and we will finish this off. So now that we got that, let's add a little bit of an edging to this to give it more thickness in the edges, just so it doesn't look like a flat disc. So now we'll just add a little bit more to the back here, and get this more of the upper portion, you could say. And then we'll just kind of give this its final backing to it, because that will kind of help make this look more like a sleigh. Now we got this, we will add in our lectern with explaining kind of how this is all going to work. And then we'll put our dispenser down with our button on top, which is what you push, and then an anvil for the people to rename and put their things in. Now I will be providing shulker boxes for them, just for them to put in their different gifts in, and then basically they can re-dye their shulker boxes any color that they feel is fit for their gift. So let me type up this book here, and then I'll let you guys how this is gonna work. Alright everybody, so I've finished typing up the book here, and I've added the shulker boxes here for the people to be able to use for their gift. Now let's kind of explain here how this is gonna work. So welcome, this here is the Secret Santa sleigh. Here you will rename a piece of paper and put it in the dispenser. Once everyone has done so, come back and push the button on December 15th. You will then have till December 24th to prepare the gift and deliver it to the person you got. Have fun with how you deliver the gift and what you want to put inside. The gift should be about a shulker box worth of items for each person, and in the chest provided are shulker boxes and a piece of paper for you to rename. So that's basically kind of how it works. Everyone can feel free to put whatever they want, whether it could be a whole full shulker box of netherite blocks if they really wanted to, or it could just be different wood types, rails, depends on whoever they get and kind of what they like. So I'm going to rename mine to TheWoodenGear for them to then use, or basically to put my name in. So then on December 15th I will come back here, push the button, and kind of see who I get. So now I just want to kind of work on adding a little bit more detail to the sleigh here and the surrounding area, and then we will bring you guys back once it's done. Just finished the tree kind of Christmas island here, and I think it looks quite good. I might kind of change and mess around with the tree a little bit, but for now, well, I think it does good, and then eventually I will maybe add a star up above or something just to kind of give it more detail. But I got a little bit of a kind of dock here for people if they aren't using an elytra, and then a pathway here to get up to the sleigh. And then yeah, and then we'll put everyone's names here, and then we will come back on December 15th and see who we get our Secret Santa. So this is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun recording this episode because it's the start of my base, and I've just got a lot of plans for it and what I want to do, so I can't wait to keep working on it. So I'm gonna end this episode and probably start working on the next one to get my base progressed even more. So thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.